and welcome. I'm Jehu at PunDemoniuum Games with a very different type of video this time around. Now, I won't be playing any video games, more so I'll be talking about it. That game in particular is the demo Star Wars Redemption, which I've been very eagerly waiting for some more content for that game to come out. And there has been one, which we're going to look at in a very brief moment. Afterwards, I'm also gonna touch on what's going to be coming up, well, what is in the channel, both YouTube and Twitch, in both their immediate futures, and how I'm going to be doing uploads and coordinating them as such. But we'll leave all that boring bollocks until the very end of the video. But for now, let's just get into this update so I can show it off a little bit as to what will be going on very shortly. So naturally, I was always going to make another video of Star Wars Redemption when it came full release or whatever. But I felt more inclined to make a follow-up almost immediately after it started getting a little bit of traction in regards to the views. And I don't normally care about the views ever, but I feel somewhat inclined to give updates whenever and wherever I can. The Conflict Desert Storm video also just clicked over 1,000. That was really good to see. And I also need to get into Stranded Deep again, much like a lot of games that I have been neglecting. I'm looking at you too, Conker, don't worry. So I'm going to be not going through all of it. I'm just going to like brush through it, just looking at certain aspects in this update, but I will be providing the link for anyone that would like to give it a thorough read if you are following the game or if it piques your interest. And there are quite a few interesting things coming. The main aspect of this, and also the reason, was when I was playing the game, I got to the end of it and you had a list of missions that you could go check out. And there was one at the very bottom that I thought could be unlocked if you completed all levels on offer. So we completed every single one of those missions and completed them, like actually completed them, and didn't just collect them all and leave. But that last mission, I couldn't unlock it, so it must be something that's yet to be released. I don't know. Turns out I couldn't. And then 2 months ago, which is roughly about the amount of time I've been sitting on this video idea to make, and I'm finally getting around to it, this update came out, and it's to do with that level that I couldn't play. It's not locked, it just hasn't been made yet. And that's what this blog is touching on. So without further ado, let's get into it. Statues completely using the Jedi character assets I made before them. Here, let's blow that up and have a look at it. Some of the statues that are going to be included into the map, they look really nice. It does amaze me how beautiful this game is, even if it's just a demo. A brief preview of the Coruscant level. I can't wait to get into this. This looks like a ton of fun. But it's not so much just the map that's also caught my eye when I went through this the first time. There's going to be stuff going into it. Clone troopers, I believe, are going to be amongst it. Oh, so I totally overread this bit here. Next environment is the Lucrehulk's corridors, giving the demo a deeper trilogy mood. Ooh. I didn't start with a New Hope, but with Phantom Menace. First shots over in the Boo. Battle Droids, John Williams. whole bunch of stuff there. Like anyone that's into game developing, I would imagine like this would be like quite the delight to read. Fully published, like yeah, this definitely isn't the template anymore. Lucra Hulk doesn't sound familiar to me. Not a name that jumps out at me immediately. But hey, look, battle droids, something that was sorely missing from the demo. I really just wanted to get in and just hack and slash a whole bunch of battle droids. Ended up just walking around getting force pixies. Another one here, battle droid going through the door. Just I can almost see Qui-Gon's lightsaber coming through that door and cutting it open. They're still coming through. Where are the droid cars? That would be a cool little section I can see just coming in from this side and just force pushing all of these crates into the unsuspecting battle droids on the other side. That'd be fun. Oh yes, and R2 units. We're getting astromechs. Really appreciate all the work this guy's doing. I love it. The one that actually looks like R2. But that is cool. Unit R7, what's that? R7D3 and R3D3. Okay. Jedis are also coming. Have a look at this. Oh, look at these guys. I love the Zabraks. And the... Do you pronounce it Twi'lek or Twi'lek? There's some more character still shots there. This is cool. I think down here, yeah, there's actually a like a clip. What I'm assuming is the program or engine that he's using to make the game and character models, and that's what it'll look like polished. Let's rewind that back, can we? Can we play that up? Cool, we got Clone Trooper doing his patrols over there. Don't know what that is, or what they are. Holo books, maybe? More lightsaber art, more characters, uniforms, textures, and that's pretty much it. There wasn't a whole lot to it. Like what this guy has put in this blog will certainly like click with a lot of people that are into making video games and such like that. That I'm not one of them. Sorry to say, I just like I just like playing the games and appreciating what people put out there, and this is a real treat. If you haven't played, I highly recommend it. And there is a download link for the demo in the previous video I did. I'll have to put that into this one as well. In summary, please keep in mind that this is still work in progress and subject to change and evolve up to an unknown level. It actually depends on how much time I can pour into this project. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything. And I would leave it there, but I went looking in the comment section. And the very first comment here, from Abel. This dev diary was a pleasant read and also a good job. Also, it makes me really sad that you only plan on finishing the demo. Really wanted this to be something a bit bigger. Ducky had this to say: yeah, it's sad that the trademark of Disney is enough to shut you down, and if you were to make it a game supported by an entire team, to which the author, the guy that wrote this blog that's made the game, went on to say, I'm not against developing it as a full game, but I won't do it without the green light of LFG/Disney, and then without funds and a solid team fully working on it. So, as far as we know, for the demo, or what it is, apart from what I understand, 2 new environments and not just the Coruscant map, which I initially thought, that's about as far as this game is going to go. But I do hope that he goes all the way and makes it its own standalone game, because I'm invested. So now that we got all that out of the way, I do want to take a moment to just address the channel's future and what I'm planning to do. So if this is your exit and you just wanted to see the update on Redemption, then thank you for tuning in and hope to see you in another video. For those that want to stay, I appreciate your time sticking around a little bit further. This will give you a little bit of insight as to what will be going on and so forth. So as of late, I've noticed that the upload schedule on the YouTube front has been very, very droll and repetitive, and by that I mean there hasn't been very many uploads throughout the week. I've mostly just been missing a lot of the weekdays, and my only weekly uploads at the moment are just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's Fridays, PUBG Fridays, Australia Saturdays, and Scum on Sundays, which gives me like 4 other days to upload whatever I want. And that was the schedule, as many times as I've tried to put in like a fixated schedule that I can try and stick to. But my main enemy, and the enemy that I've always had, is my job. And working contract hours, my weekly shifts are always rotated around other people, so we're all getting at least one weekend off. And since my old store got flooded and I moved to another one, they've had me in high demand working early mornings, which has left me no time to do editing throughout the day as I normally do. If I work in the morning, I usually stream in the evening. If I work in the evening, I spend the entire morning editing. But with the shifts as they are lately, I've had no time to edit. I haven't even had time to stream, because by the time I come home after a 9.5 hour shift, I'm just exhausted. I don't feel like doing anything. It's like not even game, which pains me even further because it's the one thing I love doing. So over the recent days, I've come to realize that it doesn't matter what I do or what I try to do differently. I'm always going to be like running out of time to edit stuff that I really want to put out. And yeah, I just keep finding myself just in the loop of those 3 weekly uploads, and that's not all I want to be uploading. I want to have more time to do the other stuff. Not to mention as well, I'm also like swimming in content and like save streams and clips that I've made on my computer, and it is taking up a rather large, let's just say a lot of space, because I'm having a lot of trouble trying to get words out at the moment. I've got 2 hard drives that are, 2 hard drives and an external hard drive that are like at this ready to burst at the seams. Oh my goodness, my English. There's streams and clips that I have on this computer right now that are old enough to have their own birthdays. They're that old. And I didn't think that's something I'd ever find happening to me. I didn't think it'd be a situation I'd ever find myself in, because when I started this channel and making videos for the very first time, I make like 5 clips, maybe 7 clips for one game for that week. Sorry, computer. And I would just upload them day by day, and it only take me less than half an hour to smash it together and get it out. But nowadays it takes me so much longer, and there'll come days where I sit down in this chair, I think I know what I'm gonna edit for the day to get out, and what I'll end up doing is just sit here for half an hour just going through every single one of my folders, just trying to find something to stream, and I end up just overwhelming myself because there's so much to look at. I just can't make a decision. So what 2 things end up happening. I end up just editing and uploading something that I did very recently, or I'll just end up gaming because I frustrate myself to a point where I just don't want to edit. And that's something that can't continue if I want to enjoy this as much as I know I do, as much as I always have, but as I've explained, it hasn't felt like that in a short while, and something needs to change. So I think what needs to happen is I do need to do more solo playthroughs. I need to break away from multiplayer every now and again and just have a day on my own. But trying to do solo playthroughs of games that I really like and want to actually mess around with in editing, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet on some games where I really want to play them, but I just have to realize that I just don't have the time right now to put them together and edit them. Otherwise I'm just going to, even if I do like one stream for each game that I want to play, like the size of those streams on my computer will like end up doing the same thing as, it'll just end up racking up. It's the same if I did just separate streams and not just one whole big one. Like I'll run into the same issue. So what needs to happen is I need to have it on a online storage or something like that, like Twitch. What I've been doing with what I did with Silent Hill 2, just do the streams and just keep the playthroughs on that channel. And I think that's what I'm gonna have to do with any story-based or campaign-based game from this point on. If it's a retro game, I'm gonna edit the crap out of it, but if it was like a game from like the last 5 years, 10 years, whichever, stuff like Skyrim, like games like that, I do want to play and stream Skyrim at some point, but I wouldn't have the time on this planet to edit a playthrough of that for YouTube. There's no way. So yeah, long Let's Plays like that, they're definitely going to be coming down on the channel, just so I can try and free up a little bit more time of which I don't currently have, to start putting into the editing that I am really passionate about, and not just trying to sit down and just get stuff out on a daily basis. Like I've pretty much just put myself into a hole where I don't feel like I'm being as creative as I know I can be. And I'm literally just trying to meet this imaginary quota that I've made up in my head. Just trying to rack my brain if I haven't covered anything I wanted to talk about. I think I got the majority of it out of the way. I think that's it. So yeah, in summary, any long Let's Plays that I consider doing in the future, you're not going to see it on the YouTube channel. It'll be in its own little section over on Twitch. You can already see prime examples of it with Mass Effect's Legendary Edition, which I direly need to get back into. Oh my god. Of all the games that I've neglected over the last year or two, that is one that I am particularly sore about, because I should have completed that game at least 5 times now. And I am ashamed. But yes, do keep a weather eye on the Twitch front, because there will be a lot more playlists going up on that. As bare bones as it will be with no editing, I will do my best to make it watchable. And also, yeah, keep an eye right here on YouTube as well for more Star Wars Redemption whenever these next levels decide to drop, which hopefully is soon. And hopefully our boy will go all the way and make a full-fledged game out of this. I'd be very keen for that. But like a bag of nuts, I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in, and thank you for putting up with me tripping over my English as I always do. Oh my god. But I appreciate you being here, appreciate you supporting the channels, and yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side.